Alright, want to cut?
I'm not offering that.
Thin to win.
Yeah, the new sleeves are really slippery.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What's his name was trying to.
Yeah.
He was trying to show us. He was trying to slide them. I guess when the more you slide them together, it's going to be rougher to get.
I don't want to do that. You already cut my deck. I don't want to. You want to cut it again? That wasn't. All right. I wasn't thinking the roll was doing what I put the show.
You shuffle them.
Oh, yeah, you want to roll the series first? 18, you beat me.
Me again. That's the only thing I've won tonight.
It's a good start. So you want to go first or second? First is usually best.
I got to decide right off the bat.
Yeah.
Last time I passed.
Yeah. It's almost always best to go first.
I'll go first.
You don't get to draw your first turn, but you get to step up on your opponent. But I'll keep this. This looks playable.
I couldn't tell you if this is playable or not. I'm just playing it. Got that card again. That's a good card, but I couldn't use it against him because he didn't have.
Young Wolf. I like him.
Young Wolf. Pretty much.
I forgot to tap.
Yeah, don't forget.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all good.
That's pretty much all I can do, man. That's to you.
Upkeep, draw, play a land, and that's all I can do. So I'll pass the turn. Yeah, the number one thing new people usually make the mistake of doing is not drawing a land, not drawing a card. They get really excited about what they want to do. And,
Don't draw a card.
yeah.
I got to draw the card part down.
You need cards in your hand. I think it's a maturity thing. More mature people remember to, and don't get overexcited by what's in their hand.
I guess the only thing I got is just swing at you.
Yep, and he nailed me. Down to 19.
And at this point, I will have to pass to you.
Draw. Play my land. It's a dual land. It can be either green or blue. And I'm going to use it for blue. And one green here to play Invisible Stalker. He's got hexproof. I think a lot of the cards in your deck might have hexproof. It's where nothing can target it other than the controller. So you can't attack it with a spell.
I never drew one if I had one.
Alright. I think, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know your deck list too much.
I got the
Strangleroot
it was
Geist.
a white deck. Yeah, Strangleroot Geist is in here.
Yeah, he's got haste.
It's haste. It's haste.
Okay, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Oh, haste and undying.
This was a white deck. You know what I mean? The white. This was. You know, when you get the boxes, it'll tell you if it's red, green,
Yeah.
blue, whatever.
Yeah.
This was just a straight up.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong.
That's the green one.
It was a green and
black.
black. My son took the one that I was supposed to get, but he didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. If you don't, you'll learn how that goes. No,
That's fine.
Yeah. It's easier just to let him have it than to fight it. So I'll pass my turn.
Especially with him. You're gonna pass. Huh?
Yeah. Can't. He's still got summoning sickness. Oh, and he's also unblockable. Pretty self-explanatory. If he attacks, you
If
can't.
he attacks, I take a bang, right?
Yeah. He's small though to start off.
Unless I have a card that would counter that, a sorcery card or something like that, right?
Well, you think-
Artifact or something. No.
You can stop me making him bigger, yeah. But
I mean, there's got to be a way to kill it, right?
yeah, indirect ways, like if I attacked, if you attacked me and I blocked, then mine would die.
Right. Okay.
But he's hard to kill.
Okay, I will play this.
Okay.
Does that mean go through the deck and take a mana out, or do I add
Oh
mana out of my
no.
hand? Or?
Basically, see, back in the day, all these cards said basically that. They changed it just to have the mana symbol. Basically, all this is, it's identical to these, except for when you tap it, it only gives you a colorless mana. It can only be used to play things like this number.
Right.
So it can't be used for a certain color.
Right.
That's all it is. So it's just like any other land. But it also has a special ability where if you tap 4 and tap it, you can kill your creature to look for another one.
And draw.
Oh, draw a card, yeah.
I might not want to do that right there, but that's fine. It's good. Let's see what I can do.
Still works as well as the land.
I'll bring out the cat.
Oh, he's good. Once he dies, you can look for a land. Which means search your deck, put the land into play, and then shuffle your deck. But not until he dies.
This is the part where I'm weak. See, I don't know whether I should attack again or. But I'm thinking that if I did, you would have to block
if I wanted to. I could just take the damage.
take the hit, right?
I can take the hit. But if your creature dies, it comes right back as a 2/2.
So I'm thinking I should probably go for it.
Ideally, in a very basic situation, that's the good play, because if I did block, then I lose a good card and you get a bigger card. And worst case scenario, you hit me for one. That's always good. And I'm gonna let it through. Down to 18.
And that's where my turn ends at, because I don't have another place.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Sad, because I don't have anything to play. I'm going to go ahead and tap for 1. He's unblockable,
So it's just 19.
yeah, you stick the little ping.
All right, then.
And I will pass the turn.
Tap. I guess at this point, the upkeep comes before the draw.
Yeah. The upkeep,
Basically, if you got too many cards, you got to dump.
that's at the end of a turn.
And some cards, you can do something during upkeep.
Yes. Yeah. The original term upkeep came from a really old set called Ice Age back in like 1997. And some cards actually required you to pay things to pay their upkeep to keep them alive. They don't do that much anymore, so basically it's just for certain effects.
Okay. I guess I can bring this card into the field. Yeah. Green and 3.
Big boy. Oh, Birthing Pod. That is a very good card.
So I bring him. I just brought him in. He's got the summon sickness, so I think I can swing with him on
He came out last turn, so you can attack with him.
Which one did I just bring out this time?
It's a Birthing Pod.
So I'm just going to swing with him.
Okay, I'm down to 17.
And what do you?
Do I get a land? I do. Now I'm going to play a card that's going to make things a little silly for everybody. This is called Rites of Flourishing. You go ahead and read it. At the beginning of each player's draw step, so when you draw, that player draws an additional card. So it changes the rules a little bit. Now you get to draw 2 cards a turn. And you get to play 2 lands a turn. Essentially it speeds up the game.
Okay, so it works for both of them.
Yeah, it's universal. Everybody who's playing the game gets to draw an extra card and play an extra land.
Okay.
So, and you're the first one that gets the benefit from it because my draw step's over. So I'll pass the turn.
It's the turn.
Is that a rare card?
It's rare, yeah, but it's not played much. It's only worth like $1 or 2.
So I get to bring out 2 cards.
You get to draw 2 cards, yeah. And you can play up to 2 land.
Up to 2 lands. I only got one. Only got one.
James, is it Geist of St. Traft?
Traft. Yeah, because Taft's the president.
Taft is the guy who was put in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I can do this. 1 and 1. I got the Doom Blade.
Oh, that's like I was saying with the hexproof.
It's hexproof because
This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. So you can't target that with
I
that.
can't target that card with that.
But if I bring out another creature, you can.
Okay, so I thought you could since it said non-black.
Oh yeah, now it still requires you to target, and therefore it can't. But that, I'll let you take it back. Though you can keep it in your hand. You don't have to waste your land.
You sure?
Yeah, it's all part of learning experience.
Because I know you guys get like points and whatnot for the stuff.
I don't do the point thing.
You don't
I like making weird decks and blowing them.
Excellent. 2 green, Strangleroot Geist.
Oh, he's good. He's got
Has
haste,
haste and undying.
so he does not have summoning sickness.
Right. So I think I'll swing with that one. Might as well go for it all.
Yep. Good call. You hit me for a 5, right?
Yes.
Play me all the way down to 12. Now my decks will have to start working if I want to live.
And that's pretty much all I can do.
Alright, so you're passing the turn?
Pass to you, sir.
Alright, well, let's see what... Now, you have this ability here. Have you actually used the Breaking Pod yet?
You know, I think I did last game.
Because with something like this, it works really well with this deck. Because let's say, you know if you have a second Geist in your deck?
I believe there's at least 2 of them in here.
If you wanted to get another one out right now, all you'd have to do is tap 2 if you wanted to. Oh, you don't have a green.
I don't have a green to tap with.
Oh, okay. But if you did, you tap 2. You tap 1 green and 1. Actually, you could pay 2 life if you want. Might not be a good idea considering this is. But I mean, you could pay 2 life to do it and pay 1 land. Because has anybody explained the Phyrexian symbol to you?
Yeah, it counts as a green, right?
Yeah, or 2 life. You could do either
Or 2
one.
life.
And if you were to do its ability now, you could sacrifice your wolf and he would die. But he'd come back with a +2/+2. A +1/+1. You'd be a 2/2. And you could look for a card with a converted Madden cost, 1 more. Which it could be a Geist if you want.
Right. So, you know what?
You'd have to pay 2 life if you did it right
I'm
now.
going to pay the 2 life.
Sounds good.
I'm going to pay the 2 life.
So he dies, but comes
Sacrifice
back.
a card. He comes right back into the game. Tap, untapped, I assume.
Untapped, actually, yeah. He comes back untapped. So he's all... And then there's his +1 counter. So now he's a 2/2. And you get to search your library for any creature that costs 2.
It costs 2.
Yeah. Is it 1 or is it anything? Yeah.
It costs 2.
Any creature that costs 2.
2.
And as you can see, by doing it after you attack, it gives you a block. Of course, you can't block this guy, but normally it's a good thing.
I think this might be a decent play here. I'm not sure.
It's a good play, yeah.
Viridian Emissary.
Yep. So if he dies, just like the other one.
So he comes in. Put into the graveyard. You may search the library for a basic land card, put it on your battlefield, tap, and shuffle your library.
So when he gets murdered, you're
If
happy.
he gets murdered, I get a card, right?
Yeah.
A land card.
That's what green.
He can't swing again, can he?
Now, there's 1 attack step returns. And all attackers must be declared at the same time.
That's right.
That's something a lot of people forget. They've been playing a long time. I don't know.
Plays over.
Okay, my turn. Yes. I think I have to do it like this. I'm going to tap 2. You can play Rune Changer Spike. It's an equipment. I can't afford to equip it right now, but whatever creature's equipped to it, whatever it's equipped to, gets +X, which is a number that we don't know yet, and first strike. And it says down here, X is equal to the instant sorcery cards in my graveyard. Currently don't have any. Wait, how many cards did I draw?
That time you only drew 1 card.
Oh, shoot. Well, I have to back up. Because I have to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo. It's not even... doesn't make any difference.
Same thing.
Yeah. So basically... And it also gives you first strike. I can't afford to equip it right now because it costs 2D.
What does first strike mean exactly?
Alright. Let's say these 2 before he had the Undying fought each other. Alright, like say I blocked him.
Right.
And basically they kill each other because they're both 1/1s. But first strike means mine will deal the damage to yours, before yours deals the damage to mine. So yours will die before it has a chance to hit me.
Right.
Now let's say it was against a 2/2. This. Mine would hit yours first and not be enough to kill it. So then yours would have normal damage after the first strike, and kill them. So basically all it means is, instead of applying damage at the same time, all creatures with first strike go first.
Okay.
And you'll eventually see double strike.
Yeah, that other guy had that over there.
Yeah, double strike's basically first strike and then regular damage. In this case, it's just, this one only gives its first strike.
I should have won that. I had him 19 and 1.
That's rough. But still, the fact you got him down to 1.
Not knowing how to play, you know.
It's not knowing.
I probably had a play I could have used, and I skipped over.
Yeah.
You know.
Alright, I will pass turn. And remember, you get to draw 2 cards and put down up to 2 land.
Draw 2 cards. You double these up.
Yeah. I'll try to put all the bars to one.
That way you can just turn together. Probably makes it a little bit easier and neater. 2 cards.
Yeah, you'll notice me eventually I'll have like a pile of garbage over here. Because I don't know any better.
2 cards. You see, all these cards are in the game.
Yeah, I forgot to attack. See, that's a mistake I made. Yeah. Everybody makes mistakes.
That's because you're helping me.
Well, no, I probably would have forgotten. It really bothered me.
Another one of those Strangleroot Geist characters you have on the board.
That's good.
Do you tap first?
Oh wait, did you pay? You paid the 2 life. Right. Yeah. When you did that, okay. It doesn't matter as long as you have. In fact, you could tap all your land right now, and you'd have mana floating. Basically, you would have the ingredients to cast these guys just there, and you would stay there until the next phase turn. So until you went into your attack step, you would still have all that resource available. So it doesn't matter what order you tap your land.
Well, I got 2 of these guys. I got to bring one up now.
That's 4.
Yeah, it was 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a big boy.
Oh, so you can tell how much it costs, how much it's going to be?
Sometimes, yeah. All right.
I don't think he's extreme.
Oh, let's see. Read what he does.
Put 3 -1 counters on target creature.
And you can't target mine. That's going. If you play him now, you'll have to kill one of your own creatures. That's not always bad. You could kill off one of these 2 and make them come back bigger. So that's not always a bad deal. That's why he's probably in this deck.
Right. Can't play him this turn anyway. Right?
What do you mean?
He can't be played this turn.
Oh, he can't attack. No.
Right.
But when he comes out, you have to put the 3 -1 counters on the creature.
On a creature.
Yeah. And this one can't be targeted. So if you targeted one of these 2, you kill it, but it'll come back bigger.
So you can target your own creatures?
Yeah. Or if you did it to one of these guys, you get yourself another win. Pretty much everything but the wolf is not a bad play.
Okay, I think I'll do these 2.
But you have to choose just one, right?
One, a target creature.
Yeah,
I'll do
so all 3 go on one of them. Alright,
all 3 go on one.
He dies.
Basically, he dies and
And he
comes
comes
right
back.
back into the game.
Bigger than ever.
Bigger than ever. But he can't be tapped.
Yeah, he can't attack this turn, but you did make him bigger.
Okay.
Now, do you know about the 2 main phases? You have a main phase like you're doing right now.
Right.
Then you have your attack step.
Right.
And after you attack, you have another main phase.
Another main phase.
Yeah. In this instance, it probably would have been better. I'll let you do it too. If you played this at the end, or your second main phase, so you can attack with him.
Right.
And then put the counter on him afterwards, so he can attack this turn.
But that's after the first attack.
After main phase, attack, main phase. Yeah.
Main phase, attack, main phase. Okay.
So it's like an attack step just thrown in the middle of the main phase.
Okay. So,
Do you want to redo that way? It's better to do it through motion so you remember.
yeah.
Okay. So just take this back to your hand for now and untap these 4. I think that's off of him for now. Alright, so now
So it would have been better to use that later.
after your attack.
After the attack.
Utilize his ability to attack and then go ahead and put it on afterwards.
Right. So I haven't used it yet, so now I can attack with this
You
one.
can attack with him, yeah.
So think that's what I'm going to have to do. See, I don't get whether you should hold back or just bring it out. So
Typically, if I only have one land out and no creatures, there's not a lot I can do to hurt you next turn. I will have an option here, and it'll help me out. I'm going to tap this for green and play Fog. Okay. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn.
Remember that card I had?
Yeah, so this time you don't hurt me at all. But you still, the fact is you still utilized his ability to attack. I mean, that was the smart play. So I'm safe for this one turn.
Okay, so my attack phase is over, so now into the second phase.
Yes.
That's when I can play this card.
So you can tap and bring out creatures, and then attack, and then tap and bring out more creatures.
You can, yes. And another reason why you'd want to wait is because maybe I don't know, maybe I've done the math in my head, and maybe I figure out, hey, I can let him hit me this turn, and next turn I'll still be able to survive or something. And you attack me, I get hit, and then you play that thing and ruin my day. Because maybe, because holding back as much information as you can until the end of your turn is also usually a good play. But that's something more advanced, you wait until you're familiar with the game. But playing something on your second main step is usually the smart play. Unless it can benefit your attack.
Right.
Plus it keeps land open. It'll make me think, what if he has some trick in his hand?
Right.
Because right now, after you did that, during my turn, I know there's nothing you can do to me. Because your land's tapped out.
But now do I throw in that bring him back with a one counter?
Goes back untapped with a counter. So now you have two blockers. If I had creatures that could be blocked.
Right. So that was the way to roll.
Yeah.
But hold off till the next go around. Okay, I get it. I think that's at the end of my turn.
Okay. Untap, draw 2, play my land. Yeah, I got a land.
I got lucky both of my games so far getting lands out on the board pretty quick anyway.
Yeah. That is the biggest one thing that might make you want to stop playing Magic is going like 3 games in a row where you don't get any land. It hurts so much. Anyway, I'm going to pay 2 to equip this to him. Now he's got first strike plus an extra attack power for every instant or sorcery in my graveyard. So I'm going to swing with him. He's unblockable. So if you can't do anything about it, it'll do a whopping 2 damage to you. Not a lot, but still.
That card can't be killed either, right?
This one can't be targeted. The artifact on it can be.
Right.
If you had something to kill the artifact, you can do it. But the creature itself can't be touched. And I guess that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, so what am I taking here?
Just 2.
2 damage?
2 damage,
And
yes.
they can't be blocked, right?
He's unblockable.
Unblockable. So down to 15, right? Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's swing with it. Let's swing for that. Couldn't have been worse than last one. Did you see what happened to me last
And I know sometimes it's not a good idea to swing everything at once.
Yeah.
Then you leave yourself vulnerable.
It's true. It can be rough, but See, I just made a play mistake. I really did. Did you? Yeah. But that's all right.
What you do wrong?
I'll explain it to you after your turn. It's what I left available for me to work with.
Okay, I got one of these and one of those. I'm running out of room to bring plate. I'm just going to put the untapped cards in the back here.
It's okay. Just do whatever's best for you.
I got 2. I can bring out this cat.
Yep. Now remember, what happened last turn? It'd probably be better to wait till your next turn so you have an attacker available.
That's right.
You can go ahead and do it.
It's the same card, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, repetition is the best way to learn for me anyway. I don't know about
Yeah, I think you're right. I agree with you.
And you'll go to 25.
Okay, so that was the first main phase. Now is the battle phase.
Yeah.
So you don't really have nothing to block with.
No. And I don't really have a whole lot to attack with either.
Yeah, I see that.
So even if you left yourself vulnerable, I wouldn't be doing a whole lot. I could do a little bit to you, but right now it depends how many instances and sorceries I put in here. is basically how much damage I'll be doing to you. And with only 2 land open, it's not like it's going to be a lot.
No, but you have another one of them in your hand.
Yep, very possible.
I'm just gonna swing, man. I'm a swinger. I like to bring the house.
All right. I'm going to.
I don't know if that's a good play or not.
No, it's not. It's what you should do. This deck is geared for that.
My deck is, you're saying?
My deck, your deck's geared to be attacking a lot. My deck's geared to handle these kind of decks. This is Moon Mist. Transform all humans. That just means flip them over with their flip cards. So none of us have any. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures other than werewolves and wolves. He still deals damage. Everybody else does it.
Everybody else does.
The play mistake I made was attacking with him. Because if I left him untapped, his first strike, 2, would have killed your wolf.
Right.
And left me fine. But I made a mistake and you can hit me for 2.
Okay.
I'm down.
Something came off.
I'm down to 10.
For some reason, I thought it was going to be like some huge, bringing the battle
Now,
tanks
see,
in.
if I ever run out of these things, you got me. That's a lot of damage sitting there. I'm only at 10 health at the moment.
And he probably geared up his deck to have, as many of those as he
Exactly.
can.
Well, I mean, that's right. I mean, when you learn how to put a deck together, then you're smart enough to put multiple cards in the same.
Yeah.
Probably got like
And
one
it's also
color.
consistency too. So if you have 4 of these in your deck or 4 of these in your deck, you're probably going to run into them quite often.
Okay, so now
The second main
the second main phase, I'll bring out this guy.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Okay. Make sure this one's tapped. And yeah, so you're going to target your Strangle Root Geist.
Strangle, target him.
Now remember, you do have the option of targeting these guys and getting a land. You lose a creature, but you
Yeah,
can get a land.
I think
don't
I'm
need
good
it?
on land right now
Sounds good.
because I don't really have anything that
Requires more.
requires more. So,
And you also have the option of drawing a card if you're with this. Killing off one of them and drawing a card. And you have the birthing pod still. You can birthing pod one of them, get a land, and bring out a creature for 3.
yeah, I got to play mana to do that though.
Yeah, that costs extra mana. I personally am not a huge fan of that card, but it can do some good stuff. Just a
When you
little,
need mana, yeah.
yeah, it's a little expensive for me.
I don't really have any cards in this deck that take a lot of mana.
Yeah.
I had one that had a 7 mana. You needed 7.
It's a big boy.
But, I usually had some kind of negative 13 counter.
Tragic Slip or something. Yeah.
Busted him down.
Black cards.
In my turn.
Alright, I untap. Hope for. Did you draw 2 cards?
Yes, I did.
Alright. It's hilarious that I'm the one that forgets it and it's my deck.
Yeah. Hologram.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Foil land card. Haven't seen any of those.
I'm going to have to, this time I am going to attack and be happy with my attack. So I'm going to swing for 3. Since I got 2 in here, he gets +2.
+2, so 3.
Yeah.
And I can't block it.
And
That's a good card
I like it.
because if you can't block it, that's a good thing.
And I pass turn.
His turn.
And he's got an artifact. So if you keep putting sorceries and instants in your graveyard,
Yep.
it'll
And
keep going up, right?
Yeah.
The idea
every
is-
time he attacks, he gets an extra point. Or 2, whatever he
well,
gets.
however many I'm able to put in there, yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. And draw 2.
This might be the best deck to practice against because you get to go through your progression. I'm not threatening him, so he gets to practice his turn order and stuff.
I just wanted to play tonight, man.
Yeah.
Because we've been playing at home and we don't know what we're doing.
I'll be honest, there's a lot of people here every week and know they're not going to win. But they enjoy playing because in this format, it's not like you lose your out. You get to play 4 rounds at least.
I'm looking for something to do, meet new people,
Yeah,
do something other than typical Friday night bullshit.
sounds good.
You know? Okay, let's see. I wish I had some more of those wolves. Okay, bring him out.
Oh, another one.
Another one of those guys.
I like him. He's got haste too.
Yeah, he has haste, so he can attack. He has haste. So at this point, let me see what this will do for me, if anything. Sacrifice a creature. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Well, it's another thing where maybe you'd want to attack with the creature before you kill it. Get some use out of him.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can...
Because I can get the creature on the next...
And the fact that if you do it to him, he won't die, and he can attack the turn he comes out, he's perfect for that card. So you can swing with him, and then sacrifice him, which you wouldn't kill him. In fact, I'll get this ready for you.
Bring him back. So right now would probably be a good time to swing. Everything.
Okay.
Because he can go right away, right?
Yeah.
Can't block you anyway, so I figure I might as well swing it all.
Yep. And this time I'm going to play a slightly different card. Same effect, slightly different.
I had a feeling.
Blunt the assault. I gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield, and I prevent all combat damage to shield. Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good card.
It costs 4, which is actually quite a bit for trying to save your butt, because normally you don't have that much land open. I mean, you haven't had 4 land open during my turn in any game. So you have to have a deck that's specifically built for this. For that.
You get back up to 19.
Who, me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, that puts you back to 19.
Yours don't count?
Oh yeah, it does, 10. So I'm at 20.
See, there's the little nuances that I don't know about the game,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is,
It seems like I'm bringing like this powerful smash, and then you got like this
if you think of it like this, right now you're learning how to get yourself a shish kebab stick going. And once you figure out how to use it, then you can start making it good with meat and tomatoes. Just once you learn the cards, learn what they do, learn what tastes good together, make something really awesome.
Your deck seems like it's loaded with a lot of spells and things.
A lot of things just to keep me alive, like a little wuss hiding over here behind my phone.
It's working for you. So now I will play this card, which can cost 1. And take Captain down, bring him back.
And +1 to that, so 3. Something with a casting cost of 3.
Oh, I can draw another card?
Oh, you look through here for a card that has...
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I did that the other 2 times. I think I did, but I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure you did. You only did
Yeah, I did.
You only did it one time before, and that was on your wolf, and you got one of these guys.
You're right.
The other 2 times was with the 2 skin renders, which is what got them over.
Could it be a cost of 3 or less?
I think it says 3. I was curious about that myself. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1, plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. So it has to be 3. But I'm pretty sure your deck has that in there. Because, let's face it, the deck's made for it. He's using a really cool event deck, and it is really fun to play with. Everything he has, he can sacrifice.
How are you alive?
He's got
Prevent damage.
he's got the cards that prevent
So you're
damage.
playing Turbo Fog.
Yeah, but it's more of my own invention this time though, because
There's only 2 cards I can
this is
take
my
out
own
of this deck.
invention.
Ah, yes.
The more times I fog, the bigger he gets.
You know what you should do? You should also add something in here that gives it lifelink.
That's too much. That's too much.
Just get it, just like throw in a bunch of
But
somewhere.
then the deck becomes too convoluted with stuff I can't use all the time. I need to be able to get these guys out all the time.
All right, it just says draw a card, right?
So you get to actually pull it and put it in your hand.
Yeah, I'll pull the card, put it in my hand.
Okay, yeah, so.
He don't come onto the field, right?
No, actually he does. The idea is you're replacing the card you sacrificed.
Okay.
Normally he'd be dead. The only reason why he's still out is because he hasn't died. So basically with this card
Sacrificing,
does,
bringing back, and I get a card.
yeah, that's why they work so great together. Normally you're giving up something for something a little bit better. Now you're getting something better and playing something better. Rexian Ranger. You draw a card in All right, so you lose a life, but you get to draw a card.
Right. That's what I wanted to do. Get another card.
Yeah. More options.
Okay.
I will say that is a very good turn.
Yep. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw 1, draw 2. Play my land. Wherever. And I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 and play another Rites of Flourishing. Now we get to draw 3. We get to draw 3 cards each turn and play 3 lands. Yeah, and I'll pass the turn. Wait, hold on a second. I'm being stupid again. I'm going to attack for 4 this time.
I can't stop him.
So,
Nope.
and now I'll pass the turn.
Down to 7. 6 like a minute and a half to untap everything.
My last opponent had all the way out to here with creatures because my deck was taking too long to get the stuff I need.
Now I can draw 3 cards. Yep. Play up to 3 lands at one time.
Yeah. Definitely makes the game go faster.
Together, that one, and this one over here.
Green has a lot of big fat cards that cost a lot to put out, so help you out there.
That one I hold on to. He only costs 1.
Young Wolf.
And he only costs 1 plus 2.
That's pretty cool, because now if you wanted to, you could do it to your wolf you just put out, and he'd come back and become a 2/2.
At no cost.
It wouldn't kill anything now. I mean, because you have to give something -3, -3. I mean, you're going to do it to one of these guys and get land, which you don't need. You're drawing 3 cards a turn. Or do it to your young wolf, which is your best bet. Because again, now if I had a creature over here you could target, you could be killing off my creature at that point.
So basically right now, I'm going to use this to bring him back.
Yep.
And with another 1 on it.
Yeah. Now if I sped up this camp, like the video, if people are watching you do all this crazy awesome stuff, they'll think you're like, a veteran.
Like a wizard.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of complicated stuff you're pulling off right
I
now.
didn't have to sacrifice somebody to do that move.
You did. You sacrificed him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but he's undying, so he comes right back.
Exactly. So he's like a freebie.
This has a pretty decent deck.
Yeah.
I didn't get to use any of this stuff in the other game. It didn't come out that way.
This one lets my opponent do whatever he wants. Except for deal damage.
It seems to be that way.
I was playing like Total Control. I was playing like Burn Control.
Oh yeah, Burn would make me sad.
So now I'm in
I
my
have to bring my
battle
sideboard out.
phase. I'm going to tap everything that I can tap.
And this time you won't see the 4th one. Actually, that's not a creature.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you can actually use that afterwards if you wanted to get another thing. I'm going to play Clinging Mists, which is another effect like that. Prevent all combat damage that we dealt this turn. And if my life is 5 or less, none of your creatures should be allowed to attack next turn.
Next turn.
Yeah, it kind of stuns them. But you know what? I'm at 20 life, so
Again, no damage.
yeah.
I remember seeing one of these last time. It's like he had 4 of them on the field. Right? So there was
Yeah, that's what you want to get 4 of them. But the normal decks like this, they try to make it so you draw out your entire deck. Because if you go to draw a card and you don't have any cards left, you lost. It's an instant game loss. And
Oh, really?
yeah, but it's a really rare thing to do. It's really
Yeah, I can't
rare.
imagine throwing all 6 of your cards out.
Yeah. Now this can do it because I have 4 of these out. You'd be drawing 5 a turn. That would happen.
also when I saw it at Blues Sun or something like that.
Blues on G also makes people draw cards. Yeah.
Yeah, so when he had 4 of those out, he was drawing a lot of
Actually, we need to get this going a little bit.
cards.
All right, let's roll.
All right. So, are you not going to do anything else? Okay.
Can't do that. I feel like I should be inflicting mega damage. He's like blocked like 30 damage this game.
Right, but
It's a silly one. I'm going to swing with him again. This time it'll be for 5. This is 4 plus 1.
4 plus 1.
Yeah, it is.
Me down to 2.
And you have seen all 4 of the fog effects that are legal right now. So,
So they're all gone, I hope.
oh no, I'm sorry. I have 3 more of these 3, and 1 more of that.
Oh, okay, so I got you.
So I'll pass it
I got you.
Yeah, I can have 16 in there. I have 14 there. I might go and make it 16 because this is how big this is now.
Untap.
And if you really wanted to, you could add some Snapcasters.
I have 3.
Okay, so my upkeep phase, I can actually play a card, which costs 3.
Oh, wait, don't forget the draw.
Oh, draw first?
Oh, yeah, upkeep.
Upkeep.
Yeah, he's at his upkeep right now. Upkeep comes before draw, so.
Right. Untap, upkeep, draw, right?
Yep.
Untap, upkeep. I have something I can play. Let's see. Let's get rid of that one. That one. It's cost me 2 and 3 to bring out the flying card. Where the hell to put it at.
Yeah.
It's funny I don't have any cards in my graveyard. That one says.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, actually, that's
The player draws a card and loses 1 life.
actually you have to play that during your main phase, but its effect takes place during your draw, during the upkeep. So, like every other creature, he has to be played during his main step, but his ability triggers during your upkeep. Actually, yeah, you have to play him like any other creature, like during your main phases. So basically,
Okay, I said at the beginning of your upkeep.
It's a little bit more complicated, but it works.
Yeah, I think I'll just assume you can do it during the upkeep. But it's just a regular creature.
Unless it says flash. Flash means you can out at any time.
So I can just pick it back up and just.
Well, actually, you know, if you want to play it anyway, this turn, you can just draw a card and pretend you did it.
Actually, 3.
3 cards.
Oh, 3, yeah. See, I'm the one that forgets.
I'll draw my 3 cards. These are good cards, except I can't do any damage to them.
Yeah.
All right, he's on the table. Everything squares.
Yeah.
2 and 2. Sorcery card.
Diabolic 2.
Search for a card. Hope it has 20 damage on it somewhere. Search for a card. Put it in your hand. Take his pick.
I already got one! I hate you!
Shuffle them up. Lay it down.
What's yours now?
Normally people cut decks. Oh, okay. Normally I wouldn't care because we're just, you know, this is more practice than anything else. But I instinctively went for it, so to not look like a 4, I cut it in. And that would go in your graveyard. Sorcery's an instance.
Somebody in my graveyard finally. Oh, I mean, now I just got to keep swinging. That's all I can do.
Yeah. You gotta keep swinging and hope I'm bluffing.
And hope you don't have another card you can use in there. I think you have one because you've been pretty lucky so far.
Yeah. And the fact that I get to draw 3 cards means I'm probably gonna find one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Everybody but him.
I play Blunt the Assault. I gain life again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So it's up to 33.
It's pretty rough.
I would assume this would work against somebody that doesn't have.
Anybody else looking at this would probably cry. Because there's not much they can do about it. There are cards that kill all creatures on the field, but those are kind of few and far between. So, yeah, you would be in good shape if you had this against somebody.
Other than you.
Other than, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's good you're playing this, though, because you get to play out your deck and test it out without having to worry about getting attacked by a lot.
I was all tapped out, so that's it.
Alright.
I'm done. I don't have no instance that I can play.
Untap. Draw 3 cards. And at this point, I could attack, and it would kill you. No. Because you have 2 life, and I'd be dealing 6. But we can. I'll hold off, so we can get more practice in. Since there's only 4 minutes left.
Okay.
So I don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna pass turn. I don't have to discard.
Inflicting 33 damage on you is pretty slim.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of creatures. You might get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Did I count these guys yet? No. What did I say? 19? 25, 26, 27, 30, 33. Oh, and there's him. So yeah, if you attack this turn and I couldn't stop it, you would kill me. Yeah, I mean, I'm still, as I gain life, you're gaining creatures.
Okay, now I get to draw.
At the beginning of your upkeep, you can make me lose 1 life and draw a card, or make you lose 1 life and draw a card. You have 2 life though. It's up to you.
I think I'll lose the 1 life.
Yeah, because anything I do to you is going to kill you.
And draw a card. Do I have to tap that to do that?
Nope, it's just ability that just happens.
So now you draw 4 cards.
Yeah, I can draw 4 cards.
Yeah. That's the one from your upkeep. Now you get 3 normal draws.
3. 4. I got 3 of those. Can't use on them.
Yeah.
All
Next.
you really needed was that 1 card.
Yeah.
With all those
Things.
instants and whatnot. Sorcerers.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because, you know, I was thinking it was more of a hammer down type of game. You know what I mean?
Normally it is. It's all
You catch the right deck, you know.
Yeah, there's all different sorts of strategies. The idea of this one is just to make us both draw lots of cards so that I always find my answers, and I let you do whatever you want because...
So do you ever lose?
Oh yeah, I lost last week.
You did?
Yeah, well, because I couldn't draw any land. It was just really bad.
I was supposed to untap, so I'm untap now.
Sounds good.
I'll untap.
Yeah. We'll make this the last turn for both of us because... Unless you want the dignity of killing yourself. Because you could make yourself lose a life and draw a card.
If I finish with 1 this game, that's more than I had last game.
Yeah.
More and more. So I can tap 1. I got an artifact creature, insect, X-Parasite.
Oh! That's pretty cool. Now, the cool thing about this card is you can pay 1 Phyrexian mana or 1 black, so you can tap 1 black so it doesn't kill you, and pay 1 if you wanted to, and take this off of him and put it onto him. Until end of turn, or kind of like that. And by doing that, it gains his Undying back. You could kill it again and it'd come back to life.
Let's do that.
Okay. So until end of turn, he becomes because he'll lose this at the end of the turn.
At the end of the turn, he loses it?
Yeah, and it would go away. No one else gets it. What's that good? That's good against, let's say I had a creature over here, let's say he had this guy had 10, like +1/+1 power bomb, you could take him off of him.
That's a good card for that.
Yeah, and it's good about keep.
But these are the counters, right?
Yeah.
That's something I never got until I played.
Also,
tonight.
if you plan on using this deck, and it's a good deck, you're going to get yourself some dice or something.
Yeah, I'm going to. I think it's
This deck really could benefit from it.
need some dice to some counters. I think the small ones, not a big one for this.
Yeah.
I like these.
I got sets
They
of both.
kind of match the the whole.
I don't think they sell the big ones here, though. Not in the case.
All I can do is attack.
Yep.
My last move. Everybody's coming, and I'm sure you're probably going to end up with like 50.
Yeah, I'll play Clinging Mists. It's just a fog effect.
Everybody but him. So I'm attacking with like 38.
Yeah.
Does absolutely no damage.
Clinging Mist, yeah. Now, is your turn over? Or you want to play second main phase?
I don't have anything else to play.
Okay.
Except, well, wait a minute.
There's time in the round. There's time in the round.
Okay, so we're down to 5 turns. It's okay, it's going to be over next turn.
So once again, your turn 0.
Yep. Which means after your turn's over, my turn will be turn 1. And then once we go turn 2, 3, 4, 5, the game ends. Regardless of what the score is.
Still playing after you finish your turn, you have 5 rounds afterwards.
Are they still in match?
Turn 0 over here.
Okay, I mean, I could bring more creatures out, but what's the point?
Yeah, it would only take more time, so.
Pass.
Untap, draw, draw, swing. Alright.
Ball game. There's no 0 on it.